Hi, welcome to DTSS. In this session, we are going to discuss about task groups in Azure DevOps. So the task groups will help to create a sequence of tasks as a group, and you can reuse that task into multiple build or release pipelines. So the advantage of using the task groups is we can reuse the same task groups into multiple pipelines. So meaning once you create a set of tasks, you can add them into the multiple pipelines. And if you change one place, the rest of if you change the one task, then rest of all the places that particular task being used will reflect automatically. And you can pass the dynamic parameters in the different conditions. So now I'll switch back to the Azure DevOps. Under pipelines, you can see the task groups link. Click on it. So it will allow us to import the task group from other projects as well. So to create the task group, I'm going to use this React application. So I have created two React applications, one React app and React app 2. So in this demo, I'm going to show here is I want to build this particular project. So for that, I'm going to create a new pipeline and go to the classic editor. Under the classic editor, I choose Azure Repos Kit and no need to change anything. Default, it was selected all the values. Now you go create empty job. So under this agent, we add the multiple tasks. For example, npm. So this particular task will help to install the npm, publish the npm packages, and run the npm command. So click on add. So if you click on that particular task and see the display name is npm install and command we are passing to that particular task is install, and we need to pass the work folder directory, which project it has built. So you need to choose my app. So this is the project package.json path it has to build. Fine. Now what we have to do is next step is once we npm install is completed, we need to build the application. So for that we will add one more. So I will just clone this task and modify from this clone task. So npm build, and here the command we need to pass build command. So here no build, so that's the reason we need to make it as a custom, and working folder is my app. So same project we need to build, but the command is run build. That's all. So the first task we are installing the npm and then we are building the application, this my app application. So you can save and run this particular job you can able to run. But here few things I want to make this as dynamic and can reuse for the other projects is, if you notice that this my app is hard coded in this particular task, I want to replace this with the parameter. So I can say this as package JSON path. So this is the parameter, and wherever we are using, we need to pass that. So we don't want to use any hard coded value. If we use hard coded value, then we cannot reuse this particular task into other projects. So I have seen that there is no hard coded values in npm install, and npm build also there is no hard coded value. Remaining all is common. So I'll just right click and select the both tasks and right click on it and select the create the task group. So I will call this as a build. and the parameter, only one parameter required to pass for this task group, that is the package JSON path, and create. When you create the task, so both tasks is formed as a group, and you can see that task group and the name is build, and you need to pass the parameter here. So this is dynamic. So you can go and select that my app and save. First save, no need to run for now, and go back to the task group, and you can see the under task group you can see a template like a build. Under the build you can see that there is two tasks is there. Under this task group there is two tasks is there, npm install and npm build. When this task group is generated, you can see the working folder contains package.json is, we are passing parameter, so it is a dynamic value. So when it goes to the pipeline, so seems we did not save this. Okay, so here it was saved. So edit this pipeline. So the task group is created. Under this particular task group, we are passing the parameter is package JSON path. And now just queue this build pipeline. So you can see that whether this job is running as expected or not. So npm install step is continue. So the job is completed successfully, which takes almost 1 minute 28 seconds to complete this job. Fine. So we configured the pipeline for the React.js app application. So now I want to create one more pipeline for one more React application which we created. So choose the repositories React app 2. Earlier we have created for React app. Now I am using for the another repository is React app 2. Continue and empty job. Now I want to add that particular task group here. So you can see here. So this is the particular build task is created by myself. So add it. So some settings is required. So what we need to pass here is the project path we need to pass app 2. Earlier we passed my app. Now we are passing the app 2. And just save and run. Running app 2. So job is queued. It will take a while to initialize the job and to run the npm. So the job is completed successfully. In this whole process, what we have observed here is the same steps whatever been created for this React app pipeline. So these particular two steps under this task group being used for the other React application which created is used. So what is the change we are here we did is the dynamic parameters we are passing, as we discussed in this task group at the beginning stage. We can reuse the same group for the multiple pipelines. So we have used already. Under my app I have used the same task. Under my app 2 also I have used the same tasks. And one place if you change it will get affect all the places. Meaning if you go to task group, under this build, if you change anything here, any parameter or any value will change, both pipelines it will get effect. And parameterizing task groups can be used with different conditions. So here what we are doing is, in this particular task, we need to pass a parameter value is the package JSON path parameter we need to pass to build the application. So that's all about the task groups. Thank you.